Hello everyone and welcome to Game 3 in this series on Tidewater Glades. We are all tied up at one game apiece. That Game 2 was a complete flip of what we saw in Game 1. And how will Game 3 unfold? We are all tied up once again as we do see speed building here at the Altar of Kings. This is Tidewater Glades, one of those maps where you don't really see that much going, or you don't really see it very often in high-level 1v1 play. So I am going to be taking a look. There are some Furbolgs, Ursa Warriors, Elder Shamans off over here in the red creep camps. Both sides have a red creep camp, and we will be looking to keep track of when players are able to creep them out. Now, in terms of play styles, I do think the game that we saw on Turtle Rock will perhaps be this game will be a little bit more similar to the game that we saw on Turtle Rock. The reason why I say that is the number of creep camps. Creep camps do make a very big difference in terms of what we may or may not see. You can see that there's green drakes here. There is also some high level or a lot of creep camps here with destructible rocks or rock chunks that you have to break through. But what I'm really talking about is high-level heroes and the ability to creep them while placing pressure. Now, in Game 1, we saw that Ted was free to creep out while his opponent or his partner Fly was trying to put pressure on his opponent. Will we see that strategy once more? Already, you can see that the human player here already has his Archmage, and he's going to be looking to perhaps creep out this Goblin Merchant Shop. You may be wondering, hey, why did not creep out something a little bit like this? Well, there's air units there, but more importantly, this shop here is actually a little bit closer to your opponent, so you want to make sure you get this Archmage to level 2, and that's why you speed build, so any Blade Master harassment can't get there in time. Coming back around, you can see that the giant wolves are here. There is a Potion of Greater Healing, a very nice item early on in the game for that Archmage, making him not so vulnerable to that Blade Master, but he does want to save that Potion of Greater Healing for a little bit later. Alright, Giant Wolf will get taken down, and there it goes, level 2 on the Archmage like he's supposed to, and also denying that Water Elemental. Coming back around on the far side, the Blade Master, is he going to get some experience? Oh, he picked up the Cloak of Shadows. Very, very nice hit there as the Blade Master now forced to retreat. A huge turnaround there as he did sell his items and now picked up the Dust of Appearance. Alright, no real way for the purple team to know where that Blade Master is, as we can see that the Archmage is the one doing free creeping. You cannot allow any side to really get free creeping unless you do it yourself as well. That level 2 advantage is going to pay off in spades, as this Archmage is currently creeping with the grunts of his partner while the Blade Master is harassing. This is the strategy that we actually saw Ted and Fly use in Game 1 to very, very much success. Are we going to see that around see that once again in Game 2, or excuse me, Game 3 for their second win, as it looks like the Shaman will get taken down, that rejuvenation making it very difficult, and another replenishment potion has been left behind. That replenishment potion could be given to the Blade Master. Always very nice that the Blade Master can, yep, there you go, gets a replenishment potion and transfers it and uses it. That is a very, very smart usage there, as the Blade Master doesn't need to go all the way back to the shop for a healing salve and clarity potions. Coming back around, the Archmage sitting at level 2 has those healing salves, going to be going for level 3 as he's going after the Shamans again. This is a very dangerous creeping grounds, as you can see that the Death Knight and the Blade Master are very nearby. They are both at level 2. The the Archmage now finally getting to level 3. The purple grunt does spot this, as we now see a Wand of Illusion. Wand of Illusion, one of those things not altogether that useful, but could pay off a little bit later, as the Blade Master now looking to come in and take down some peons, trying to disrupt how much lumber his opponent is able to gather. Stronghold upgrade already nearing completion for the brown team. Meanwhile, the purple team has just gotten it started and will be quite some time when we see anything else. There you go. There are a whole bunch of orc burrows. Water elementals now coming into play, and they are going to be absorbing a bit of damage, and that is a whole bunch of illusionary water elementals dealing not so illusionary damage with some footmen in there as well. The footmen also have defend. This is potentially huge, as the water elementals are still just causing problems, perhaps just being ignored right now as the Blade Master realizes, you know what, everything else is just an illusion. Coming back around, the Blade Master. Oh, the Blade Master now going to try and come in and engage, trying to take down the peons. There is the Dust of Appearance. Both sides are fighting. Archmage is in the back here, unable to get or drop another water elemental just quite yet. If those water elementals even did a point or two of damage, this would be a completely different scenario, as you see a new water elemental now being added in. Okay, there goes a grunt. There goes another grunt. Both sides losing units left and right. Another grunt will get taken down as the Fly is doing a good job with that defender's advantage there. Why? Not quite sure why he's actually not going after this grunt here, and it looks like, oh, that grunt could get taken down. There you have it. The Blade Master chasing now after the Archmage. Blade Master now coming back in, sitting at level 1. How he has somehow made it in, I'm not sure. He's going to wind walk his way through and now go after the Blade Master again. Oh, another wind walk strike. There goes another grunt there. Beautifully done. Meanwhile, coming back around, the grunt has chased all the way across the map. And what is the Death Knight of Ted doing? Death Knight of Ted sitting at level 3 has surprisingly 2 healing wards, and this is going to make his pushes incredibly difficult to stop. Those healing wards now shutting down a bestiary before it gets up and running. Oh, the Spirit Lodge could go as well. This is going to be cutting it very, very close. The Spirit Lodge taking a lot of damage. If this goes down, that is going to be a tremendous, tremendous loss and a loss of time. Wow, Brown now losing both of their 2 tech buildings, being forced to start over once again. As you can see back in the field here, that grunt is now low on hit points. Meanwhile, back over here, a small battle. Riflemen and footmen are engaging the Blade Master. This is a 2-on-1 fight here, as we can see that there is nothing that Fly can really do. Meanwhile, Ted looking to take down the brown orc here, and is the brown orc going to be able to perhaps even slip out a peon, as he is now once again building a bestiary. Riflemen now wandering across the map. This is still not looking good at all, as the footmen are still diving in to try and take down this one orc burrow. The orc riflemen do have those long range rifles, able to do a lot of damage there. Meanwhile, back over here, both sides, the orc player is just getting pressured tremendously, as we are now 20 over 10 supply, and now a Scroll of Town Portal. All right, Scroll of Town Portal, time to get the heck out of Dodge. The army lands straight up on top of the human army, and that could be bad. Oh, Speed Scroll, Death Coil, saving the units. However, footmen trying to get away. Speed Scroll now being used as well. Another footman will get taken down. All right, Speed Scroll, how many more? There is a Hex. There is a Frost Nova. So much damage, and the Archmage realizes he needs to get the heck out of here. There he goes, and we still have the healing ward. Is it going to be used? No, they are just going to be pressuring. Fly and Ted want to strike while the iron is hot. Meanwhile, Archmage, Mountain King, Rifleman, Footman are looking to come in here as well. What is going to be happening next? As we can see, the Lich, Dire Wolves, Troll Berserkers, and Dark Trolls are still off over here. Let's see what's going to be happening next. Blade Master, now sitting at level 3, wants to come in with a bit more harassment. Archmage is by his lonesome self, doesn't really have enough to engage here. Mountain King has enough for 2 Stormbolts, so I guess that could be enough to perhaps do a little bit of damage to that Blade Master, but he does have a potion of greater healing. All right, here is a bad engagement waiting to happen. Archmage sees the rest of the army and decides to back off, rightfully so, as the Blade Master does come in with that critical strike. Oh, Archmage already down. There's the Hex. Archmage gets taken down in a matter of seconds. Brilliantly done, as the brown team loses its Archmage rather quickly. Ted coming back stronger. However, level 1 Shadowhunter has fallen as well. Both sides, Militia. We are close enough for Militia to be called over, and the Militia can take down Crypt Fiends rather quickly, as the Death Knight unable to get off the Death Coil. Alright, Forest Troll Warlords, or Dark Troll Warlords, coming in to join in on the fight, picking on Ted, as the Blade Master now falls at level 3. Alright, 2 heroes to 1 have been lost, and things are not looking good for Ted right now. Ted and Fly are down to only 1 level 3 hero. Shadowhunter is being resurrected, as the Blade Master now looks to come back in. Meanwhile, we can take a look here. Shadowhunter sitting at 2. Mountain King sitting at 2. Mana Stone is in play. Are we going to see perhaps some Stormbolts? No. There is no reason to be in this fight right now. All you are doing is taking damage, and he needs to retreat. Archmage is still being resurrected. Militia once again being called over. Mountain King being brought over as well. No, they are going to see a bit of regrouping. as it looks like both sides are taking a momentary break to do some creeping. Alright, healing wards for the Death Knight. Need to keep up this army as high as possible. Lich now sitting at 2. Shadowhunter sitting at 2. Healing ward, I believe that was actually a waste there. Not really that useful. Only 1 or 2 units were low on hit points. Now, perhaps if there was a larger engagement, that would have been better, as we are going to see a small battle here. Blademaster around the corner just doing a bit of creeping. Wants to get to 3, won't be able to do so, as the Shadowhunter is taking some experience as well. Book of the Dead. Lich sitting at 2. Shadowhunter sitting at 2. Blademaster should be popping out momentarily. Yes, about 2/3 of the way out, as we are seeing the red creep camps now being crept out. This is huge for the brown team. It looks like this will be an uncontested creep out. And if you can be an uncontested creep, this is a very, very good sign. Meanwhile, this poor rifleman actually doing a lot of damage to his own brothers, not realizing it. And what are we gonna have here? If the brown team is able to catch their opponents Ted and Fly creeping out this red creep camp, it will pretty much be GG. But no, it doesn't look like that will be the case. Gem of Health, a lot of hit points now onto that Shadowhunter. 825 sitting at level 3. That's going to be a very, very difficult hero to kill, especially as it can healing wave itself. Tome of Agility +2. Shadowhunter will pick that up. Blademaster is nowhere to be found, and the Shadowhunter is agility based, making it very, very good for him, as he will be able to deal additional damage as well. Archmage now being brought over. Blademaster now off to the north. What are we going to be seeing next? Riflemen, Raiders, Shadowhunters. I don't see that many Spirit Walkers there to try to split up the damage, as we can see that there are Kodo Beasts as well. This is just a very, very powerful range army that can focus down units fairly quickly. Blademaster realizes both sides have crept out those very, very difficult locations. Crypt Fiends now going after the Red Drake, even though they do not have web. This poor Lich absorbing all of the damage at this point, as the Shadowhunter is more like throwing a shuriken right now up at that Drake. Let's see it go ahead and take it down. Oh, I guess it's a knife that's spinning, so that's why it looks like a Morning Star, or not a Morning Star, a Windmill Shuriken. Huh? It's like a Ninja Star, yeah. Honey's making comments in the back. Anyways, coming back around, Raider does get picked off in transit. Riflemen are upgraded 2-0. Kodo Beast offering a little bit more damage, as we also see a Staff of Silence. This is going to be a huge, huge play here, as there is still a Blademaster in the middle of the field not doing anything. Priests do have adept training. I don't believe they will get to Inner Fire. If we do see Inner Fire, that would be quite a sight, as Inner Fire does give additional armor, and also it gives additional, is it just additional armor? And I think additional damage. And an Inner Fired Rifleman army is rather scary, as we are seeing more creeping coming in from the brown team. So far, it doesn't look like the end is in sight. Both sides have not engaged each other, and if they do engage each other, it looks like it would be more of a trade than anything else. Shadowhunter getting to level 3, though, and that level 2 healing... And that level 2 healing wave is going to be a tremendous difference. Actually, no, both sides have level 2 healing wave. And we also see Fly with a Shaman for rejuvenation. So, rejuvenation going to be a factor in the next couple of fights. Rejuvenation on a Blademaster is always very, very scary, as the Blademaster doesn't seem to fall. Combination of Windwalk, high armor, potions of healing, healing wave, just keeping that unit always up and running. Blademaster now wandering back off to the north. Shadowhunter, it looks as though the Blademaster is currently revealed. Oh, hexed! This could be potentially bad. What's going to be happening next? There is the Dust of Appearance. The Blademaster is trying to get healed back up. What's going to be happening there? It is stunned. It is hexed again. Beautiful timing. And Fly loses the Blademaster at level 3. Kodo Beast does get taken down as well, but the hero loss was huge. Mountain King now sitting at level 3 as well. Healing waves going across both sides. Shadowhunter gets taken down as the healing wave misses him a second late there, as the Shadowhunter now down. Oh, we see a Book of the Dead now being used. Mountain King Stormbolting the Death Knight. Death Knight sitting at level 5. Speed Scroll now being used, as both sides are constantly fighting. You can see that the Destroyers do have Devour Magic, taking down the Mountain King. This is bad news here. Mountain King falls at level 3. Archmage is the only one alive with the Blade Master, but those are your primary heroes and how strong they are working together. All right, what are we going to have next? It looks as though, yes, a couple more Crypt Fiends will fall. A lot of AoE damage as the Blade Master is backing off here. Riflemen are looking to continue to engage here as the Destroyers might get picked off. Yes, they do. And Destroyers are getting picked off. This is huge. So far, there goes another Death Coil. More Blizzard coming in. There is a Priest now being slowly digested as the Spellbreakers are making their way forward to try and disrupt and steal away some of that magic. All right, the Riflemen are dealing so much damage. There's a Death Coil. There goes a Raider. Archmage and Riflemen continue to try and pick off units there as they are able to head all the way back. What's important was, even though you saw, oh, Blade Master, is he going to be able to help that Priest out of the stomach? Yes, and he is still going to die because Fly had a Shadow Hunter waiting. All right, so far this is looking to be a crazy, crazy game. A Grunt will slowly be digested here in just a moment. Does the experience get given? Or is it given to the Blade Master? Yes, it is. All right, so if you did not know, a digested Grunt does give experience to a Blade Master for that kill. 1 experience away from level 5. That is going to be absolutely stupendous for the Brown team. If the Brown team can get level 5 on that Blade Master and that Archmage, things might turn around, as Fly and Ted are currently licking their wounds and trying to come back together. Lin and Reprisal playing extremely well this game. Level 4 on that Archmage, as we are seeing that the Blade Master, or the Death Knight, is still pushing his way forward. The Death Knight should not be involved in any creeping whatsoever, as the Death Knight is actually stealing experience from his partners, as he can no longer gain any more. Archmage sitting at level 4. Are we going to see, yes, a creep out of the Green Drake creep camp? We could also see some mercenaries being hired as well. That would be very, very helpful, as the Archmage should not get to level 4. He'll get close, but he shouldn't be able to get quite, or level 5. I think he's just going to be a little bit far away. Plenty of Riflemen. Tome of Intelligence +2. It's going to be given to the Mountain King, I believe. Nope. Who's going to get it? Okay, Mountain King gets it for an additional storm, or more storm bolts. All right, there you go. They are saving the game, making sure that they can continue from it. If the game ever does perhaps lag out for any reason or so, Archmage does have True Shot Aura. And wow, True Shot Aura and the Kodo Beast Aura on those Riflemen, +6 damage. That is a lot of damage, extra damage for all of those units there. Coming back around, let's take a look at the Spellbreakers. Spellbreakers also benefiting from those auras as well. Only +2 damage, but with that mana feedback can easily take down a hero. It looks like every creep camp has pretty much been cleared out except one, this creep camp right here. But we'll see what will be happening next, as one poor peon does get taken down. Taking a look at the hero levels. Let's see. Level 3 on the Brown team, Shadowhunter. Level 3 on the Mountain King, almost level 4. Archmage sitting at level 5. Blade Master is sitting at level 5 as well. Meanwhile, Blade Master of the other team sitting at level 3. He has an Orb of Corruption, so he's going to deal a lot of damage. A Blade Master with an Orb of Corruption, a very, very scary thing, since he does attack, and that armor mitigation is potentially huge. Now going straight up on that Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter is maybe in a little bit of trouble. He does get a healing wave off. Is he going to get a Potion of Invulnerability? Yes, he will, as both sides are still fighting out. The Blade Master overcommits and gets taken down there, as the Archmage is now just laying down Blizzard. All right, let's see what's going to be happening next. There is the Death Coil. Mountain King in a bit of trouble. Rejuvenation on the Archmage instead of the Mountain King. A little bit of a misclick there. As you can see, there are plenty of Destroyers in the air. However, the Destroyers are slowly going to get focused down, and once the Destroyers are gone, that is going to be a very, very sad sight indeed. You can see that also, though, the Shaman is getting focused down as well, but the Shaman does have a medium armor, which means that he takes reduced damage as well. The Archmage with Blizzard is really destroying the entire purple army. There goes another, as we now see Ted. He has hit level 6, Animate Dead. All the units are invulnerable, and with so many units here, that could be a problem. Level 4 Blade Master has fallen from Fly. That is not good at all. Mountain King now trying to get a Stormbolt off. Does get it off on the Lich. Lich is in trouble. Death Knight does not have enough. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Death Coil should be coming in just a second. Is it going to keep it alive? Oh, the timing on that was so perfect. There's the Death Coil saving it. Level 6 on the Death Knight. And wow, that was a huge play there, saving the Lich from near certain death. As we now see the Shadow Hunter will most likely... Oh, are we going to see... Yep, there is the Bolt and the Hex. He is now a stunned snail as the Archmage gets to level 6. Level 6. 2 ultimate abilities now in a 2v2 game. That Animate Dead was rather troublesome, but it was not that effective. Meanwhile, we'll see what the Riflemen will be doing as they come around to perhaps hit the main base of Fly. We are going to see a small engagement here. Archmage could get off some easy shots. Yes, oh, poor Shaman down to 74, 30 hit points. One more Fireball could do it. And yes, it gets taken down. Archmage sitting at level 6 here. Level 2 Brilliance Aura does have Blizzard. And there are so many Riflemen that the Destroyers cannot do their thing. The Riflemen have been able to shoot down the Destroyers, and the Destroyers have no armor whatsoever. A beautiful tech switch once he realized his opponent was going heavy Destroyers, as the Water Elementals would have just been cannon or just mana for those Destroyers and health. All right, Ted coming in with Abomination may get Stormbolted out of there. No, Mountain King, this Blade Master coming in, and Blade Master will try and take it down. You can see a lot of Riflemen coming in. There's a healing wave. There goes the Abomination. The Blade Master in a little bit of trouble. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability now used, and both sides are still fighting it out. Lich is silenced. Death Knight is currently, no longer, oh, he still is silenced here as both sides fighting. Are we perhaps going to see a rejuvenation? We need to see that on the Blade Master in just a second. There it is, as the Blade Master decides to sit down in the middle of the fight. Here we go. Grunts, both sides losing a lot of units, but the Blade Master is coming back strong. And it looks like, yes, there is a Scroll of Healing, only to see a Raider fall as it was a second late. Mountain King does not, or has enough for a Stormbolt. Will we be seeing that come in? There's a Stormbolt on the Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter, is he going to fall? It looks as though he might. Are we going to see an Ensnare? No Ensnare in time. There's a long distance Ensnare as the Blade Master has fallen at level 5. All right, things are looking very good for the brown team. Even though he just lost his Blade Master, we are still taking a look at this. Orange, oh yes, the Lich has fallen at level 4, level 6 on the Archmage, level 5 on the Shadow Hunter, as we are still fighting it out here. Shadow Hunter sitting at level 5. Is it going to get stunned out again? No, the Mountain King does not have enough mana, as we are now pushing into the main base. Death Knight sitting at level 6. Lich is over here. We are now unsummoning buildings in order to get a little bit more gold. We can see that Nerubian Towers are fighting back here, as the Archmage does have Blizzard just being cast across the whole entire back line. Abomination will get taken down. There it is. More Crypt Fiends now backing away again, as we are seeing a lot of damage being dealt here so far. And the brown team is still pushing in strong. It looks as though the Shadow Hunter could fall. No, it gets off another healing wave or a Potion of Healing, not quite sure, but he has nowhere to run, and he falls as well. Shadow Hunter falls at level 5, and there is the GG. Ted and Fly losing game 3 in this series. And now fall excuse me, and loses game 3 in this best of 3 series. Lyn and Reprisal taking it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed the game, and hope to see you guys on Battle.net.